All right, welcome to Menu Heroes Digest. Yeah,
It has been far too long.
it has been, and we apologize.
We said we'd have a script, but we don't have a script.
No, we never said we'd have a script. We said we'd have like 3 episodes ago.
Oh my god, yeah. So a lot has happened.
Too much has happened.
Yes. Of course, we are supposed to be we are a gaming channel, and yet we have not covered the video game awards at all.
Look, we got way too busy.
Okay. Here is Andy, my emotional support Gengar. Okay, you know I've needed him immensely, unequivocally, for the last months, I should say. It's been a lot. It's been a real hard year.
And it just started.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've
God.
had a rough year. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's already a rough year. 2013.
2013!
Remember 10 years ago when we all thought 2013 was a terrible year and it was awful and it could only get better? Remember those times?
Oh my god.
Andy remembers.
2013. That was when Edward Snowden leaked an NSA wiretapping.
Yeah, and not to get too political, but that was the time when I think the GOP was really going after like reproductive rights. I mean, they always been, but like that was the year a lot of like women's rights were getting like cut in terms of reproductive rights were getting like cut in a lot of states. So
it's also when like the first terrorist attack in the U.S. since 9/11 happened. All right.
Yeah.
So on that lovely note,
the 10-year anniversary, folks.
God, don't say that. We won't get demonetized. We'll get banned. So let's just jump.
We didn't say a swear word though. We did not say a swear word.
God. Let's jump right in with Pokemon Squishmallows.
Yes.
Now this article is all the way from back in November of 2022.
So you might have already had your squishmallows by the time, but and this, as you can see with the legs, Andy is not one of them. I've had this little guy for a few years now. I think about 10 years actually. So it was another 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, if you wonder if your stuffed animal is a squashmallow, if it has any limbs, it is not a squashmallow. But yeah, so Pikachu, Gengar, these were some of the squishmallows that came out. They also had ugly sweaters. I got 2 of them for Christmas. One I bought myself. It's a beautiful Eevee one. Mm-hmm. And the other one Mama got me. And it is a Vulpix and a Alolan Vulpix sweater.
I've seen that. It is super cute.
It is super cute. I love them both.
I did get a sweater. It came around after Christmas. And it was an X-Men one, so it wouldn't really count for what we're talking about. But I got a new sweater.
Hey, sweaters are cool. I like sweaters. So yeah, if when were these supposed to come out? Are these out? Let's take a look.
Yeah, so we were trying to like dig through some of the stories that we have yet to cover, but also we're not covering every single thing because we would be here all night and all morning. So, but yeah, it's super cool that the first 2 Squishmallows were Pikachu and Gengar, the best Pokemon ever.
I mean, Pikachu, obvious. We expected it. It's Pikachu. Mm-hmm. So, Fallout 2.
Yes, we're going to move that one.
Yeah, we're going to move on. Cool. Fallout is a series that I love. I think it is fun. And Fan has remade Fallout 2 as an FPS game for free. Now, it's not remade in quite the style as Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 New Vegas. It's more kind of like it's 2D sprites put on 3D models, basically. Yeah. It's kind of like a Doom.
Yeah. As I said, I am the filthiest of filthy casuals when it comes to the Fallout franchise. But I do remember, like, it was Fallout 2 that was still under Black Isle before Bethesda came in and bought the franchise and got it to its 3D. That's what happened. It was Fallout 3 when Bethesda took over.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why you're not going to see any big budget remakes of the first 2 Fallouts.
I wouldn't say never, but it is highly unlikely.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're going to put priority with Fallout 3 and 4.
Oh, hey, so I actually missed this part in the article where it says it looks a little like Doom. I just drew that conclusion on my own, but it's supported by this article.
Oh.
It's, yeah, two-dimensional sprites on a 3D plane. And it's still turn-based combat, so it's not like a true first-person shooter. But I still think that's pretty neat. It's cool to see fans making stuff like that.
It's always a good thing, you know. Like I'm still impressed by that Bloodborne Devolve or no
Demake?
Yeah, PS1 demake of
That's great.
Bloodborne. Yeah.
When are we gonna get an Elden Ring remake?
I wouldn't be shocked if it came out in a few months.
Super Nintendo Elden Ring.
Oh my god. There's a popular like snake character from Elden Ring that has it off fan art. I'd be curious to see what an N64 version of that character would look like.
N60. Oh yeah. Speaking of N64, I saw a fan remake of the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer, the second one.
Okay.
Remade with Super Mario 64 art. I thought that was pretty neat.
I think I've seen a clip of it. I think it's just the part of of like Bowser interrogating Luigi.
Oh, they've remade the whole trailer.
Okay, well I've only seen that clip.
But yeah.
I'd be down for seeing the rest of it later.
So, let's move on to some accessibility.
All right. Yeah.
So, if y'all remember, a while ago, Xbox released their accessibility controller. It was pretty cool. I appreciated the campaign they did around promoting it. And now, at the Consumer Electronics Showcase, Sony has announced Project Leonardo, which is a PlayStation 5 accessibility controller. And it looks very cool. It's, as an accessibility controller, it's highly customizable. Let's see. They have consulted with video game accessibility advocates like Able Gamers and Special Effect to create a controller that is highly configurable and works in tandem with many third-party accessibility accessories. So it's got PS5 face and trigger buttons that can be swapped around a wide circular gamepad, as well as a joystick which can be repositioned relative to the gamepad. And it just looks really neat, and it's cool to see that accessibility controllers are becoming more accessible.
Yeah, and we will briefly talk about some stuff that was. We'll get to the Game Awards stuff a little later, but one of the parts of it that I thought was the most impressive was the little, not only just the award for game for accessibility, but also the little speech that the presenter did, and it definitely makes it more important that games are very similar to movies in that they should be experiences that everybody should have, but like not everybody has the senses to fully encapsulate or be able to fully experience a movie or a game, and there's like more technology, more stuff being made to better help those those handicapped people needing accessibility. It's good. It's a really cool thing. Just.
All right, and piggybacking off of the PlayStation 5 Leonardo project, more controllers. So Alienware has a controller prototype that they've partnered with Dell to create. It's part of their Project Nyx. Excuse me. So the idea of Project Nyx, or Concept Nyx, is an experimental platform for gaming around the home. It's basically, what Steam was trying to do with Steam Link.
Yeah.
The controller looks very cool. So it looks like a combination between the Xbox and PlayStation controllers, but it does have features that are very unusual for a controller. There's a built-in fingerprint reader.
Nice.
There is, instead of the D-pad, it's called the OmniPad, which is a circular trackpad that responds to a variety of gestures and provides haptic response. Where your thumbs would usually rest on the back edge, there is a pair of wide scroll wheels that can be used for multitasking. And the bumper buttons, they work as bumper buttons. it's very cool to, I don't know, I think controllers are neat like this. It's looked like it's supposed to replace the majority of the functions on a keyboard and mouse,
Okay.
but it's just a concept.
Yeah.
It's not ever gonna actually go into production. At least it's not planned to.
And of course, anybody who's big fans of keyboards, it's not going to fully replace them. It's just a
Of
new
course
way
not.
for gamers to experience, or a way to like go through, like doing
It's-
stuff online with a
yeah.
controller.
I mean, if you're gonna be playing games on your TV, PC games specifically, because that's what this is built for, PCs.
Yeah.
If you use a keyboard and mouse, you're gonna hook those up anyway.
Yeah.
This is just another, option.
Yeah.
And then we've got, I'm jumping around a bit,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Asus has an Xbox controller that they are releasing.
Okay.
It is kind of crazy. So, this is the first licensed Xbox controller to offer tri-mode connections. This means Bluetooth, RF, and USB-C.
Nice.
So, you only get to use the wireless functionality with a PC, and the Xbox you have to use a USB cable. But still, that's pretty cool. Let's see. It's got a bunch of programmable buttons, 4 rear buttons on the back. That's what rear means. There's top buttons that let you switch profiles mid-play, and trigger locks that can limit the amount of travel.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's an app that offers control over dead zones, vibrations, and other specific things. But the gimmick of this controller, or at least, what's most important to the people writing these articles, I guess, there's a tiny customizable OLED screen. So this is a 1.3-inch display on the Xbox and Windows Ready controller that can show stuff like charging status, microphone mute, and the active profile. But you can also just put, animations, images, or text.
All right. Cool.
This isn't the first time we've seen OLED screens on a controller. If you'll remember, years ago, Xbox released the Duke controller for the Xbox One as an anniversary controller, and the big Xbox logo is actually an animated OLED screen.
I wish to offer more for this conversation, but as said, this is clearly your passion, and I'm glad.
It's a weird thing to be passionate about.
No.
But I love controllers.
By all means.
That's
You
why
love
I got
something?
the DK controllers up there.
Oh yeah, those cool bongo drums. Yeah, good times. Good times.
All right. So let's move on to you.
Do the smell-o-vision stuff.
Smell-o-vision. Do you need to get it pulled up?
Shouldn't take too long to pull it up. Sorry, Andy. But yeah, basically, just always weird when.
Man, it's like the Honey I Shrunk the Kids thing. Honey I Shrunk the Audience is what it's called. It used some sort of smell-o-vision in Disneyland. It was a 4D show.
Well, the thing is, 4D has been attempted by movies a few times. I believe there's a few John Waters films where they give you a scratch and scratch ticket thing, and you scratch it off at certain spots of the movie. Gives you weird smells and everything. So this is probably may very well be the next step further in smell-o-vision.
The evolution of smell-o-vision.
All right. So this cutting-edge tech in question, called the Aroma Shooter, was shown off at CES 2023 today by a Japanese-based developer, Aromajone. Anyway, apologies for names. Still in 2023, not the best with names. Apologies. The Aroma Shooter can digitize aromas and create a new communication channel in the same family as text, image, and images and audio. If you aren't in the attendance at CES this weekend, fear not. You can check out this in the article shows a link in the demo video that unfortunately we didn't have enough time to look at too. Again, apologies, we've had a lot of time in between episodes. We hope that we do all our research here, but, it's just a lot I had to do today. Please forgive me. I'm going to at least look at this thing here. So yeah, this is once again 4D attempt at 4D advancements in technology, seeing if people really want to try and smell stuff that's on the screen. I don't know, the image you're putting is like a group of anime girls. I mean, okay. Wait, were they showing images of the frickin' cyberpunk anime?
Yeah, they mentioned that there are some built-in so you can use it with movies and stuff, customized scents and stuff.
I thought a robot shooter was supposed to be like an actual game itself that we're trying to
it's
help you.
So it's a whole system. It's a whole system, and it's basically to replicate smell and pull you into world. And I guess if you combine it with VR, it gets you that one step closer to living the reality you will never get to live. Maybe we'll own a house one day.
Or at least we'll own like a digital home on Meta.
Meta home.
Where Mark Zuckerberg will show up and do a weird dance with his plastic people.
TikTok dance.
Oh my god. As always, the whole concept of trying to smell things that are on your screen or what you are visually looking or visually hearing or seeing has always been a big why for me. Especially when we're watching stuff like, Ninja Turtles. Okay, he's got a Ninja Turtles game right there.
I didn't know
the last thing I want to do when I'm watching a Ninja Turtles game movie or playing a Ninja Turtles game, I don't want to smell the sewers, okay? I just don't. And
no, that's gonna be a no from me.
Yeah. So it's So by all means, I'm not against technology, but this couple of years especially, we've seen people make some very strange ideas with technology, with quote-unquote advancements of them doing more harm than good. And I feel like this could backfire. Can backfire just as well as the other backfires. Oh, wait, that's my bag.
Yeah, I'm looking through your games. Don't worry.
I am, for some reason, because I have brought a bunch of Switch games that I certainly would love to play on the channel for you all lovely people out there to experience. And, it's all about this guy, the true
I might do
master.
this one. This would be fun to do.
Oh, right, yeah. WarioWare, absolutely.
Anyway, keep doing the story.
Oh, no. So, it's more of enough on this. Elon Musk has been brought up a lot in the news today. In the last few weeks, I should say. But one news in particular that caught my attention, because I don't have a Twitter account, so I don't really care all the drama that's going on Twitter.
I have a Twitter account and I don't care.
Yeah, well, so I actually don't care.
You're not missing out.
No, I don't want any of what that stuff is. However, Elon Musk is someone who has his fingers on a lot of different pies, and one of those pies is Neuralink chips that even people within his staff that recognized that this is going to be testing a lot of different animals on, and they have tested on animals. Many have died, but the deaths of animals that have been tested for these Neuralink chips are in the thousands, dude. This is even people within his own company are deeply concerned with how much animal death and cruelty has gone on to test Neuralink stuff. And while it's a weird leap from smell-o-vision to Neuralink chips and testing of that, I don't know, man. Some of this stuff seems extremely cautionary to me. It's very concerning to me. At best, it just could be like us trying once again to do 4D, do smell-o-vision.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's called aromajon, but to me it'll always be smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
But let's just say the worst case scenario happens, in which case Neuralink things they actually do successfully, like able to implement Neuralink chips into actual human brains. And there's technology to scan what we smell and everything. It's just another thing to like be concerned about. I don't know. It's just
dystopian.
Very dystopian. Yes. Again, it seems like a weird jump from that to that, but I don't know. Like I'm not as like super on board or as optimistic when somebody's coming up with a new innovative way, a new way of thinking for, our tech industry, or for for some of our games or movies and stuff, because we have seen it go terribly, terribly wrong. Anyway, so what? So yeah, there's no transition. I'm just gonna go to the next story. I say a comfort movie for me, even though it does talk a little bit about office culture and loopholes within our system.
Home Alone.
Well, Office Space, but that it's a '90s movie, but it's a comfort movie for me that I watch. It's a comedy that still holds up.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
surprised there.
Well, basically, you have this person who's not happy with his job.
Oh no, I know the idea. I've just never seen it.
Okay. So, dang it, I was trying to think of some. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
So, anyway, throw it all of my freaking stupid, segues. They're all stupid. They're all awful.
They're all dystopian.
Yeah, whatever. So.
I'm sorry.
We are bad at improv, man.
No, I don't think we're bad. I've heard of worse.
Yeah.
Look at I love him, but look at Xander and Drew.
We need to work on improv here.
Xander and Drew could not do this.
Yeah.
But they're also babies, so.
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
Former
GameStop.
former software engineer at Zulili's is a man named Ernie Castro. Not too happy with his job. Tried to do some crimes and wasn't too great at it. Tried. He's currently accused of stealing over $300,000 from online retailers through a scheme that is ripped straight from the plot of Office Space that I know from the back of my head. He hasn't. But we will do a movie night one day, and he will see and understand what this story's all about. So anyway, documents filed by prosecutors in Kings County Superior Court last month detailed an audacious scheme by a white-collar worker to rip off his bosses over at GameStop, because that's why he mentioned GameStop.
No.
No.
He didn't work at GameStop. He worked at Zulily.
Oh, yeah, Zoot. Wow.
He bought GameStop stock.
A scheme whose execution left more than a little to be desired. Charged with 2 counts of felony theft and 1 count of felony identity theft, Castro allegedly manipulated the code of Zuli's checkout page to siphon off at least $200,601,885 in shipping fees into his personal Stripe bank account. He then allegedly proceeded to change the prices on products, paying pennies on the dollar for them and having them shipped directly to his home, where they piled up in front of his door.
No.
Prosecutors claimed he stole $40,842 this way for a total theft amount of $302,278.52, making it rain. Oh, sorry, Andy.
Good.
Yeah. When interviewed by police after his arrest, Castro admitted the figure could have been either higher, but said the money was all gone. He clarified that he had used the money to invest in stock options, particularly in GameStop stock options. So that's where I fall.
This is where it's all gone.
Yeah. Power of the players, right? Okay, it is unclear which exact options he bet on that left him zeroed out by the meme stock. And according to prosecutors, Castro began skimming off the top of Zuli's transactions in February 2022. The company became aware of the discrepancies the following month and ordered Castro and others to investigate. That's where he allegedly updated the code to double charge customers. The company has also started to flag the unusual purchases shipped to Castro's home. In June, a fellow employee visited to investigate and found several Zuli's labeled boxes piled outside of homes' front door and driveway. So yeah,
I think it's funny they had him investigate himself, basically.
Yeah.
And then they saw he was making all these weird purchases, and he got himself fired. So he turns in his work computer.
I would have given anything if it was like a little guy, like a skinny guy, pretending he was like from a bad neighborhood and everything, or just like, yeah, I'm here to change my life. I'm here to like do some, here's like,
I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah. Well, no, he was trying to like sell newspaper or like magazine
Oh,
subscriptions.
yeah.
Yeah, trying to, and the three guys they were trying to bring in like, oh yeah, you did some crime, you were arrested. Oh, what'd you do and everything? I was like, I just made the whole thing up. I just something they told me to say to like give people sympathy and everything. And oh man, like again, I'm sure you would like the movie. It is.
We'll watch it.
Yeah,
we'll watch it sometime.
Oh yeah.
But really yeah, so this dude gets fired in June after his coworker goes to investigate the boxes piling up in front of his house. Which, by the way, he says were just test orders he forgot to cancel. So, it turns out he's buying these for a woman on Tinder. Oh. Every time he gets her something she wants, he responds with a heart emoji so she knows he bought it. He gets fired, so he turns in his work computer on June 9th, and he didn't even bother to clear any of the evidence. He planned out this crime on his work computer. He had a 1-app file named, and I'm not kidding, Office Space Project. And it went through his scheme in detail. And it's like the prosecutors don't even have to do anything because he made it just so easy.
Practically just handed it over.
Yeah, he handed over all the evidence.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's just, I feel bad for whatever lawyer has to defend him because it's like he's obviously guilty.
What the chances are it's the exact same lawyer who's defending that couple that was like pretended that all their money was stolen through crypto, but actually they were stealing themselves.
Oh my god!
Remember that story?
I don't remember that story, but
it's been
crypto does so much.
It was either 2019 or 2020 that story was slowly coming out, and I think like the wife, the girlfriend of the couple made like a rap video about how she got away with stealing from her employers or whatever, and it's just like,
why would you do that? If you successfully commit a crime, don't go and like advertise that you successfully committed a crime.
Oh, but this is the age of clout. This is the age of attention. People just desperately need to know I did something. Even if it's criminal, even if it's terrible, I did something and got away with it, and then they do the thing that gets themselves caught.
It's very goofy.
If only, if there's a lot you could do with a time machine would be productive and would help the world, but I almost want to go back in time, like write down some of the things that have happened in real life, real stories, write down on a piece of paper, go back in time, try and act like this is a script for a story, and have them try and tell me, oh, this is preposterous, this is too silly, this would never happen, and I just sort of stare there being like, I'm so glad you have such faith in humanity there.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Alright, so you want to talk about the Game Awards at all?
Yes. And again, another apology here because I wanted to at least try and do something to talk about it before our eventual break for both Christmas and New Year's. But it just like
It didn't happen.
it's more like we couldn't find time to do it, sit down and do it together, and
we would have been able to, but I got COVID.
Yeah, that's another thing. He had
that was
COVID.
what happened basically.
Yeah. And there is like 40-something videos of us doing things separately, and I'll be completely honest with you, I don't miss those episodes. Like they were us experimenting and us trying new things, but like it's hard for me to listen to those ones because we did not have much. We had bedtime like, you know, going back and forth when like where I'm at my house and you're at your house.
Oh yeah.
And it's like this.
It's easier to do it in person.
Oh no,
because we can play off each other.
We're actually talking. We're actually bouncing back and forth.
It's a discussion.
You know, even if I'm just looking at your screen, like trying to remember the story that we're supposed to talk about, I'm at least engaging with you and engaging the audience right here. And so is Andy, just sitting here, just smiling his little face off, not really doing much. You know, come on here, throw me a bone here, buddy. You know, good friend. So, yeah, we are at least going to briefly summarize, you know, the Game Awards, some of our thoughts on both the awards, and also some trailers that came out, as well as, of course, the thing everybody has talked, the moments that pretty much other people have talked about. But you know, we might as well, give our thoughts on it. So, so I guess you want me to go first?
No, you're just gonna do the whole thing basically.
Okay.
I didn't have time to watch the Game Awards at all.
Well,
I'll look up something while you're doing that.
So I can tell you right now, there were already some awards that were being announced before the official Game Awards began. It was one of those like, and here's our list of here's a list of nominees for this particular award, and the award goes to this. You know, that happened last year, and it didn't happen. This year they did a little better job of like giving each of the games a little bit of at least a little clip here and there, just so people know, you know, what they're talking about, and like a little demonstration of why they did this. But it does kind of grind my gears that one of the awards they covered before the official show began
was the fighting game award.
Yes,
I remember you talking about that.
Yes. I'm not even going into like the bit of the controversy of Sifu being on the list. It's not a traditional fighting game, but it's definitely one of the more popular games on that list, so I can't entirely blame them for putting it on there. But there's like certainly a couple of fighting game channels that have said what is going on here with this entry? This is not even a real fighting game, or like in a traditional fighting game sense. But anyway, Multiversus won, and I think that is well earned. You know, I got a chance to at least play the demo a few weeks ago. Yeah, it is good. You know, it is, you know, a worthy successor to Smash Brothers. Well, I wouldn't say successor, but like, if the both games were coming out, it'd be a really good like rival or competitor.
Yeah, there we go. Rival. That's a good word.
Yeah, that's better. Exactly that. And you know, me being a Castlevania just you know, worshiper. It's cool that there is a Dead Cell DLC that involves Castlevania levels and characters. They did a little trailer for that. They did a trailer for a indie game called Wayfinder or Viewfinder, where like your character takes a picture of something and then they can put that picture up on somewhere, and it actually affects the world around the character and everything. That was a cool idea for a trailer. And sorry, covering all the stuff that happened before the Game Awards. Yeah, and the guy if you don't have YouTube Premium and you see ads for Marble Snap, you know the super excited guy. You know I am so excited to talk about Marble Snap, this new card game we've been working on for years. And look, the guy seems like an okay guy, and by all means, talk about things you're passionate about. But it is. He did that exact same thing right when he got the award for like, I think it was like best either online game was Marble Snap. Marble Snap did win a award, and that guy did come in being like, "Oh my god, thank you guys so much. This is a truly honor." I don't blame him. I'd probably be the same way. I'd probably be so out. You'd probably see me be out there and be like, I can't believe something I did worked. Oh my god, you know, it's like. So it just, He does. My only thing is he does sound like a cartoon character.
Oh.
He sounds like a live action cartoon character, and that sounds kind of mean, but like, you know, I can't help but be a little.
Mean.
I can't help but be a little jealous. Okay, so he got to make his dream come true and make a popular Marvel game that's getting millions of downloads. So I gotta knock him down a peg at least on something.
Oh my god.
No, seriously. To everybody at Marvel Snap, you all did a great job. And by all means, I hope you continue to have success. So let's get into the official beginning of the Game Awards. You know, the one where Jeff Kinley brings out Al Pacino, who looks as confused as we all were, that he just stumbled out there, just saying about the performances, or as he says, the performances. Because he doesn't know anything about video games, but his grandsons love video games, so he just agreed to do this. And he announced the winner for best performance in video games went to Christopher Judd, voice of Kratos for God of War Ragnarok. And the guy deserves it, absolutely. But also his speech did go on a little too long. They had to do the Oscars the sound you make whenever a person's going too long on a speech. They had to play him out and play that sound real loud so that he could wrap it up and everything. Guy deserved the award. Not gonna deny. Kratos had every right to win that, but certainly other awards, other people were had to rush out their speeches after that. And speaking of God of War Ragnarok, it did win at least, I believe, 6 awards.
At least 6.
Yes. So, and also there was a great musical performance by Bear McCreary and the other band for God of War Ragnarok. That song, "Blood in the Snow," is fantastic. Had every right to win that award. And Bear McCreary himself is a pretty cool guy. I think he started off on YouTube and did a bunch of different little music things here and there, and he first started on one show, then he did the music for the Child's Play reboot soundtrack. And whatever your thoughts on that movie, the music for that movie is great. So him getting the job of a full-on God of War game, good on you, Bear McCreary. A couple other trailers. Actually, you know what? But even again, before the Game Awards officially began, they had a trailer for Street Fighter 6 showcasing some of the characters and some of the other things you could do on there. And so yes, we did get our first look at the big buff beauty who loves jewelry, Marissa, which has already had plenty of fan art of her, and also the French sort of ballerina martial art dancer Manon or Marinin. Also plenty of fan art of her, as well as confirmation of DJ, and also the quote unquote main villain of the game, JP, them being playable characters. Well, it's kind of known they were going to be playable characters, but seeing them, at least a trailer that shows a little bit of what they do was kind of cool. But Tekken, that was the franchise that got their trailer actually in the quote-unquote official Game Awards demonstration. And obviously Tekken 7 sold a lot, broke a lot of records. So unfortunately, it's Tekken that gets to be a part of the official show and not Street Fighter, which is kind of weird to me. But the trailer for Tekken 8 does look great, focusing a bit of the fight between Kazuya and Jin, and even showing Jin's mother June. And because they show her off a lot, I'm guessing they're gonna actually bring her back to life and have her be a playable character again. But I'm not sure. I felt like they're showing her off a little too much, to where she's just gonna be there as a cameo, or just be there being like, Jin, I believe in you, and all that stuff. So anyway, that's just me geeking out because I spent too much time on fighting game lore. Sorry. And yes, we should also talk about the real winner, the true best game of the year, Stray. It did manage to nab 2 awards, which sound very similar when you say them out loud. Both the Independent Game Award and also, Game on Launch or Premiere Game or.
So I am prepared to list off all the winners whenever you're ready.
Yes. I'm just saying, like.
Stray, you did it. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you won 2 awards, and that counts, okay? But in my heart, you were best game of the year. You were, and we will finish that playthrough.
We will finish
before the year's over. That is my promise to you.
Oh yeah, we'll get it done before the year.
But the quote-unquote official winner, the best game of the year award, went to Elden Ring. And by all means, looks great. Many From Software games look great. And speaking of which, there is a trailer for a new Armored Core game.
Yeah.
That I think a lot of people have been waiting on because.
Isn't that the mecha games?
Yes, because From Software, they did a bunch of mecha games before officially delving their toes into Dark Souls or Demon Souls, then Dark Souls. Before then, they were known for the Armored Core franchise and Metal Wolf Chaos. You gotta look up the videos of the English dub because it's crazy. But yeah, it makes sense for. We've done so many fantasy. From Software has done so many fantasy games, so many games about both medieval, very European fantasy, and even a bit of Japanese folklore. It's kind of cool. I'd be super excited for them to do back to a futuristic mecha game, but also be it super difficult and and extremely hair-pulling.
That Souls magic and throw it into Armored Core.
Yes, I am totally 100% on board for that. But yes, the very end of the show, Elden Ring won. A lot of the team behind it, even the current CEO of From Software, Mr. Miyazaki, he managed to go on the stage, said some thank yous and what have you, as you usually do. But you notice, as everybody did, there was this one little, this one white teenager just kept walking, just slowly walking in the background, just slowly walking back. And, most of us were paying attention to, the main creators of Elden Ring and the CEO of From Software. So most couldn't help but wonder, who's that kid? Where's that kid belong? Which one of his is dad, or which one's the uncle? That kid somebody had to brought that kid on the stage, right? That kid just wouldn't wander on here. And then when most of the actual developers of the game were about to ready to walk off and do their own thing, the kid went on the mic and said, "I'm here to make this award announcement to my retired rabbi Bill Clinton." And
that was by far the worst accent I've heard.
That was the moment where everybody was like, "Oh, this kid just walked on stage. This kid just managed to go past whatever existing security there was and just said something on stage." I mean, I don't know if there's an actual rabbi named Bill Clinton that this kid knows.
No, he was talking about the ex-president Bill Clinton.
Okay.
He was also apparently wearing Yeezys. So that's fun. Nothing screams game of the year like some white kid with a bad Israeli accent thanking Bill Clinton for being his old Orthodox rabbi while wearing Kanye West's shoes.
Oh, now that part I didn't know about the story.
In case you missed it, Kanye West has said some very anti-Semitic things.
I am well aware, Steven. The fact that you brought that up makes it seem like... So this guy was really making things up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure,
it was a premeditated prank.
It would have been weird, even if it was sincere, of him sneaking onto the stage, of him thinking his Orthodox rabbi, that's something. But at least I would have bought into him trying to do something nice, for somebody. But no, it was all a prank.
Yeah, it was some 15-year-old pranking.
Yeah, he definitely looked 15.
Yeah, the bigger concern is that security didn't stop him. So that's a red flag for future gaming events. So, let us talk let me just list off. Let me contribute to this somehow by listing off the Game Awards 2022 winners.
Go right ahead.
And, anything you want to add before I start? This will be the last thing.
I say that it's...
Besides our closing remarks.
I may have said this last year, but I feel like the most anticipated game feels more and more pointless. Because this is the second year that Tears of the Kingdom has won.
Yeah, it's a pointless.
And it's just like, look, we all are excited for the game, but also, like, it doesn't really mean anything. It's not like our anticipation is going to make all of a sudden make the game the greatest. Heck, it could actually do the opposite. We could all be super excited for the game and it being terrible.
We could be putting undue pressure on the developers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think we are, but you're right. It's a pointless award because all the other awards they're recognizing great talent where great talent is.
Yeah.
And then the most anticipated is just like, oh, we're excited.
Yeah. Just...
So.
Again, you could have put Fighting Game Awards right where the anticipated thing was. You could have easily done that. But no, they didn't.
Game of the Year, Elden Ring.
I'm still salty about that.
Best Game Direction, Elden Ring.
Yes.
Best Narrative, God of War Ragnarok. Yeah. Best Art Direction, Elden Ring. Mm-hmm. Best Score, Beer McCreary, God of War Ragnarok.
Now the music is great, and his little performance on the stage was also awesome.
Best Audio Design, God of War Ragnarok. Okay. Best Performance, Christopher Judge, God of War Ragnarok.
Again, he deserved it.
Games for Impact, As Dusk Falls. Best Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, like, I will try and give that game a chance, but I think we said it when we first saw the trailer. It's weird choppy movement, or it's meant to be like still images that are like being like dissolved
manipulated or something.
Yeah. It always looked weird. Maybe if I played the game, it'll make sense. But
maybe it's something that's got to grow on you.
Probably.
Who knows?
I've heard some good things from it, and again, it won awards, so there's got to be some people that are loving it.
It won the award for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message.
Okay.
Best ongoing game, Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Yep.
Best indie game, Stray.
Yes.
Best debut indie game, which is the best debut game created by a new independent studio, which is what makes it different than indie game.
Okay, so...
Stray.
It won 2 awards, that's all that counts.
Best mobile game, Stray. No, I'm just kidding. Marvel Snap.
I would have voted for Stray. Well, no, Marvel Snap, it deserves it too.
Dude, from what you described, the guy's enthusiasm for it makes me happy he won.
Yeah.
It's just like how the guy in charge of Mario plus Rabbids, his excitement and his reaction when it was positively had a positive reception, his passion for it made me be like, okay, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah, same here.
And it's a solid game.
You know what? Again, I'd love to try it on the channel. Or, like, try it sometime.
I think it might have a 2-player mode, so...
Should I at least get the first one to try, or can I just play the newest one?
You can play the newest one. I've heard that you should, if you have any interest in playing the first one, you should do that first, because it's hard to go back.
Okay, so like Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, pretty much?
Kind of, except... I don't think it's hard to go back to Paper Mario.
Okay.
Anyway, best community support, Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Okay.
Best VR AR game, Moss Book 2.
Okay.
Innovation in accessibility, God of War Ragnarok.
I do want to say something about this. Again, it was that speech right there that from the team behind that really I was really impressed with, and again made some of our stories about controllers for accessibility and everything, made it all the more. I mean, always was important, but it definitely
it helps.
Yeah.
Add an emphasis. Best action game, Bayonetta 3. Best action/adventure game, God of War Ragnarok. Best RPG, Elden Ring. I love how the rest of these were games that were like on the Switch. Exclusive.
Yeah.
Best fighting game, Multiverses. Best family game. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
That I have played the first 2 levels. Still great. Hope to finish the rest later or sometime soon.
Best sports/racing game. Gran Turismo 7. Best sim/strategy game. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Alright.
Best multiplayer game. Splatoon 3. Content Creator of the Year. Ludwig. Best esports athlete. Jacob Yay Whitaker. I'm sorry.
And
Just the his name is Yay.
Well,
I love it.
Not even that. When they announced the name of the best esports athlete, they just said Yay. The winner is Yay.
That's
and I had to
great.
look back. I had to listen to that again and being like,
I love that.
what? Oh
Love
my!
it.
Good for them, but like, wow. Did they do that on purpose? Pick that name just so when somebody says the winner is Yay, it feels deliberate, you know?
Best esports coach. Matthias Biska Terrascani. Yeah. Best esports event. 2022 League of Legends World Championship.
Maybe next year, Evo. Next year.
What if they called it League of Legends International?
Yeah.
Loli.
I mean, they could... It took me a minute to really process that. 'Cause I legitimately thought, like, the name's a little long. Maybe abbreviating that, you know? Like, you know, Evo is like, you know, electronic something, or whatever. But
You really nailed that.
yeah, I like Evo. I want to support it, but obviously, like, you know.
It might not even stand for anything. That's the thing.
Dang
it
it.
might just be Evo.
Dang it.
Like CES used to stand for Consumer Electronics Show.
I'm gonna actually put
And now
down
it's just
what
CES.
is Evo.
So, best esports game,
I'm gonna actually put
Valorant. Best esports team, Loud, Valorant. Most anticipated game, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Best adaptation, and this is celebrating game-inspired projects across entertainment, including TV, movies, comics, and more. Arcane League of Legends. And that is the last one.
Okay, sorry.
No,
Evo does mean Evolution Championship Series, is what it actually means.
See, so Evo doesn't even stand for anything. It's just a shortening of the first word.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching our re-debut.
Yes.
Our first video of 2023. Well, our first digest of 2023.
Yes.
Hopefully you enjoyed the videos we put out last week.
Yeah, because you made a Game Boy game.
Yeah. Very excited. Shining Kitten Games is the name of our development team.
Yes.
And our next project is going to be an RPG thing.
All right.
So
if you need a voice or two, you know who to call.
how are you going to get a voice on the Game Boy? Oh my God.
I can try something.
Now do you do any sprite artwork? If you learn spriting, we could always use a sprite artist.
I mean, I'm probably going to learn it because, I mean, I know how to draw, but, like, I've never really tried, like, actually spriting, you know, itself. But, you know, I mean, like...
We'll talk about it.
Okay, yes, so...
So,
Sorry.
thank you for watching, as always. And until next time, stay cool.
Yeah.